Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 7 of the Lewis Cooper Experience podcast experience. I am Lewis Cooper. Welcome. Yes, 7 episodes in now. I'm just going to keep doing these until the end of time, until people stop watching them, I guess, whichever comes first. I hope everyone is well. Now that in the UK, at least, we're back in what they call lockdown. But yeah, I hope everyone's keeping okay. I've got a few things to talk about today, so let's get cracking. My movie of the week this week is a movie called Crazy Stupid Love, which is a little different to what I normally talk about, but it's a movie I really like, and I watched it for I think the fourth time this week. I think it came out in 2011, so I mean over that time I think I brought it on DVD years ago because I like the cast, and it's been on Prime for a while, so I think I've watched it on Prime a couple of times at least. But yeah, my favourite thing about it is the cast. It's kind of a rom-com, but not in a kind of a cheesy way. It's kind of a bit more about family and that kind of thing. Actually, it's very much a film about family. It's a family com more so than a rom-com, if that makes sense. But like I say, the cast is my favourite thing. It's Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone, Steve Carell, Julianne Moore, and then also in supporting roles Kevin Bacon and Marissa Tomei, which is a fantastic cast. And all of those are my favourite people, really. I like all of those actors. And to see them all together in this is really good. And this is Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone pre La La Land, like quite a while before La La Land, so it's good to see. Ryan Gosling's character is the suavest man imaginable, and he's great in it. Like his charisma is just insane. Like he's really, really good and really funny. Steve Carell was the main character, and he's a guy who Julianne Moore, his wife, just suddenly says she wants to divorce, and he kind of goes through the process of that. He meets Ryan Gosling's character, who's the young suave ladies man. He kind of takes him under his wing a little bit, as in the younger man takes the older man under his wing and teaches him how to meet women and talk to women and that kind of thing. But then also there's other drama going on with the family and the kids and stuff like that. So it's I really, really like it. I just find it's a nice, enjoyable film to watch. I think the first hour is probably my favourite part of it. I think it doesn't lose anything, but it kind of goes in a way actually no, I was going to say a way you don't expect, but there's not kind of any twist or anything. It just doesn't. Don't know. It kind of just goes into a bit more of a not serious direction, but kind of that middle ground kind of thing is what I'm trying to say, and I really like it. So it's on Prime Video if you want to watch it. Crazy Stupid Love. I recommend it. Crazy, stupid, love. I don't know if there's a full stop in the end. There might be, but yeah, that's my movie of the week. So my comic of the week, and put my notes down so I can pick this up, is another ridiculous crossover: Transformers: Back to the Future. Yep, there it is. That's a thing that exists. As I've said before, my local comic shop, Close Encounters, Northampton, they just put anything Transformers related in my drawer because I ordered a Transformers series once. I'm not a massive Transformers guy, but I'm a child of the 80s, so I like Transformers. That's pretty much the way it goes. But yeah, I'm going to hold this here for a while because then hopefully it will auto-generate a thumbnail that I can use, or I can just take a screenshot. But yeah, this is another series that pretty much just exists to sell toys, to be quite honest. Actually, as I've opened it, there's a bit at the front which I didn't see when I read it, so I'll have to read that again. They did the Transformers Ghostbusters series because then they could do a Ecto 1 Transformer, and this is so they can do a DeLorean Transformer. I mean, it's not just the only reason, but it does kind of feel like it sometimes, and people like me buy it, so I mean, it works. They'll pretty much mash any properties together these days, but there's just a little picture of the inside there. I'm assuming it's going to be like a 4-part series. I don't actually know for sure, but these ones normally are. But it's I like the way it's done. They kind of they don't mess around with too much. Actually, this might be a spoiler, so if you haven't read it, but it's just a cool little image I wanted to show there of some Transformers and stuff. And you can see the little the clock tower. I forgot which finger I was moving then. But yeah, it's you see on the front there the Transformer DeLorean. But yeah, it's kind of one of those, they don't try and make it like interdimensional or anything. They don't add too much to the story. They just kind of go, yep, so Back to the Future happens, and also there was Transformers there, which I'm absolutely fine with. That's basically what they did in the Ghostbusters one as well. Actually, no, not the Ghostbusters one. I think there was some interdimensional stuff. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so they keep it nice and simple. It's a pretty good start to the story. I'm interested from just the title. I'm not the biggest Back to the Future guy. It's a thing that I'm aware of and I watched, but it's not the be all and end all for me, which some people don't like that, but whatever. But yeah, it's my comic of the week: Transformers: Back to the Future. While I'm on the subject of comics, on my to read list here. I mean, leave in the comments if you want me to talk about any of these. I might do them on a future podcast, or I might talk about them in a separate video. But I've got the first issue of Tom King's Rorschach out of the pages of Watchmen, which I'm looking forward to reading because I love Tom King, of Mr. Miracle, a video I talked about before, and Rorschach's a great character, obviously. Also, I've got Legend of the Swamp Thing, Halloween Spectacular, which is a bit late, but I got it in a few days ago. But I love Swamp Thing, particularly Alan Moore's 1980s Swamp Thing, and this kind of takes him back to his horror roots. Yep, there's a pun for you because he's a plant. But yeah, so that's a cool one. Six mini stories in there, and the big one is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, which is a brand new series which has just come out, and this is really hard to get now. Like, this is I pre-ordered this months ago, probably in July, and we're now in November, and it's just arrived because it's just come out. But yeah, it's the story set in the future about the last surviving turtle, which I don't know who it is yet. I've managed to avoid spoilers so far, and I've not read it yet, but I mean, we'll see. But yeah, this is really hard to get. You're looking about £30-40 on eBay at the moment, which is ridiculous because it's only just come out. So I was really glad I pre-ordered this because it's hard to find now. But yeah, so if you want me to talk about any of those, do let me know. I say, especially this one, I might record a separate video, but we'll see. So moving on. Action figure of the week. This is a rare one because, well, it's not a rare one, but it's a rare for me because I've kept it in the packaging. It is. Last week we had Baby Yoda. This week we've got regular Yoda. So this is it says Kenner on it, but this is Hasbro, as they do all the Star Wars toys now. This is the Hasbro Retro Collection, where they emulate the old packaging and the old figure style as well. So you can see a little Yoda there. And the reason I kept this in the packaging is because it's the Retro Collection, and it's like, even if you can see, it's even made to look battered than that. I hope it is anyway. It's kind of, you're buying it for the packaging as well as the figure, and it's only a tiny figure anyway. So because Yoda is a small old man, he's 900 years old. So yeah. But yeah, the thing I like about this figure, and this was the same on the original figure, he's got like a cloth outfit there. I know you can't really see it very well on this camera, but I'll hold it there. He's got the snake around his neck as well, and it's kind of a thing. The original figure had a snake, and then some of the other figures have had snakes as well, and it's kind of like, when did Yoda ever have a snake? Like, I think there was one in his hut in Empire Strikes Back, which is obviously what this is based off of, as you can tell. But yeah, I don't know why they chose to give the figure a snake. It's just so he can have something, I guess. I mean, he's got his walking stick, but that's not exciting if you're a child, I guess, because children love snakes. But yeah, I randomly saw this in Tesco. All they had was this one and Princess Leia, so I picked this one up. All the other figures have seemed to have disappeared, but I mean, they're pretty cool ones to have. So if anyone sees these anywhere, let me know, because the first wave I wasn't able to get because we were right in lockdown, and I thought, I'm not going to go hunting for toys while all this is going on. But this was just on my general shop, and I just happened to see it. So, but yeah, there's a Boba Fett as well, which I'd love. So if anyone sees any, do let me know. Yeah, that's action figure of the week. So let me just get my notes again. So news this week, there's not much kind of entertainment news that I've seen because there's been a whole, election thing in America. So I don't think anyone's going to try and release anything around this time, like, because it's just going to get lost in the shuffle. But I'm not going to talk about that because who cares? But the big thing for me that I've seen is the reviews for the movie Mank have started coming out, which is the new David Fincher movie. It's the first time he's made a movie since Gone Girl, which I think was 2014. And it has Gary Oldman in as, I can't remember his name though, Howard Mankiewicz. I think I could be wrong there. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Who was the screenwriter for Citizen Kane. Howard or Harold, I'm not sure. Should have checked. And it's the story about him writing Citizen Kane, basically. I've intentionally not read too much about it. And I very, very recently watched Citizen Kane, as you may remember if you watch these regularly. And I'm a big fan of Orson Welles as a person, so I'm looking forward to seeing a film that's kind of about him as well. I don't know who's playing Orson Welles. Vincent D'Onofrio played him in Ed Wood, the 94 Tim Burton film, and was excellent. I think they used a different actor for the voice. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. It is frustrating reviews are coming out now, but it's not going to be on Netflix until early December, which is great because it's on Netflix so we can watch it because cinemas aren't a thing anymore. But yeah, I don't know if it's having like a limited cinema release and whatever ones are actually still open, but I'm guessing that's the case. But I don't like looking at reviews before I watch a film, which is weird because that's mainly what I do is film reviews. But I'm looking forward to that. Also, as you can see behind me, I've got the UCS Lego Millennium Falcon, which I'm really looking forward to building. I'm going to start doing a live stream on my Facebook of building it, and I'm going to do some update videos as well. I've already got an unboxing video I did a couple of days ago if you want to have a look at that. So that's the big news for me, is the big Falcon. And finally, in other Lewis Cooper news, I've invested in some new equipment. So I've got this super nice camera that I'm going to start using, and also a microphone to go with it. So I haven't really looked at them properly yet because I'm quite new to all this stuff, so it's going to be a bit of a learning curve. So I'm going to take my time with it. So I might start using it to record these. Obviously, honestly, the webcam is really easy to use, so I might just carry on using that for some. I don't know yet, I haven't decided. I'll see how I get on with that, but I don't really know anything about cameras or anything like that. My friend Mike, I asked him, I said, what camera should I get? And he said, get this one, because I can use it for my short films, my Lego films as well. So yeah, but that's the big news for me. So hopefully next video you watch might have better picture quality, but not this is too bad. But yeah, yeah, let me know any feedback on anything I've talked about. Yeah, thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care. Goodbye.